dead! I'm dead! Where? Where am I? Dead! Death! Undeath! The Oblivion Friend! Trapped between How do ghosts suicide?
Alien dog.
Drugs! Ghost! Drugs! Deliver us to the ghost pit! I deserve to be a ghost.
We all deserve to be a ghost, I think. Who doesn't deserve that? I think all of us are worthy. And now, the question that's on everyone's mind, what's in the jar? Well, let's find out. Try. Try. Okay. Oop. What's going on here? Well, I don't know. What's going on is we're reaching into the empty jar. That's my opinion. Tip dog. Right, we were mucking about getting stars. Okay, that's right. I think we've unlocked something strange after completing level 5 here. So I think this is now when we have to go back and read everything that we missed. Sorry, vertigo. Underdog? Holy shit. What the fuck? Yeah, it's convenient. So today's gonna be reading stream because we finally unlocked pretty much the thing. I don't know, we might get some stars on the way if we feel like it. We're not gonna do the star ending. Thank you, Stone. Let's see. Let's start here. Probably skipped these. Or did we read these? No, I think we read these. Gotta find a... I mean, you know...
You have overcome every trial in this land and gathered all the sigils.
Yeah, okay, dude. Thanks. Yeah, it could be my birthday if you say so. I don't know. That's cool. Or maybe my birthday is the orb's birthday. I don't know. Yeah, let's read some of these. Okay, so... Local file, IAN. From Frank Ngatai to Miles and Dan Ngatai. My first day at the Institute for Applied Noematics. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance there's a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get it. Institute for Applied Noematics. Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabhai shows up, smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym back when the Institute was founded. She says, INAN, IAPN, INAPNO. It all sounded stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and it kind of stuck. So we're officially called Ian. But if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know. Bloody geeks. After that conversation, I wasn't so scared anymore. Seeing through the veil. Athena analysis from Webcrawl. The novel's first sentence, she woke up in an impossible place knowing nothing, signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read the entire work as allegory. Rather, while taking the science-fictional novice at the core of the narrative at face value, we should... Then note 2, having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own subjective, flawed, limited senses tell us, social reality, belief, and objective reality, matter, come into conflict. Note 3, when in Chapter 16, A Second Awakening in the Kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the... Note 4, a more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through synthesis of... Alright, and yeah, Talos Principle. Okay. Yeah, Talos Principle. Guess we missed this one. Straton of Stegeira. Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or, as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and he had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If, then, a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man, while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. Gotta have blood. Oh, right, this one. Or no, is this a different one? Yeah, this is a different one, but it doesn't matter. If anyone wants to grab a QR reader, it probably doesn't matter very much what this says. We'll take a look at it later. Cannot load archive, John Milton. That day I oft remember when from sleep I first awakened and found myself reposed. Under a shade on flowers, much wondering where and what I was, whence thither brought and how. The Human Machine from Webcrawl. Topic number 3. One day you discovered that you are not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being, but you were created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you are a regular human being like themselves. You could continue to live your life the way you have before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? Why? 1,500 to 2,000 words. The 26th is the final deadline. No extensions will be granted. Submit via email or... a human being, and not a human doing, right? From Bob Rakowski to 108 recipients, subject Grar. RB alert. RB alert. All these calm people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these latter-day Gautamas are at least being somewhat realistic, you know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they going to do? Shoot? Though I have to admit, the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway. The reason I'm writing is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It'll be crazy, but crazy is better than dead. Crazy is what we do best on this planet. So, does anybody want to look at this? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's enough. No. Alright, let's see. What the heck is here? Okay, AI feedback email. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. That's a great topic, and I think we've covered it extensively. What we've barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no AI. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature? To suddenly come into being, created by others as an experiment? To have all the information about yourself, to know exactly how you function? What would you think about the world? Would you see meaning? Beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves into the shoes of such a being. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction. And that's why I almost gave up on my studies. Yeah, Cursed Synth, you've got it solved. You've got it solved, man. We're blessed to have so many people contributing to this project, but we've got to make sure everyone is on the same page. Please refer to the following people when Alexandra Drennan, Project Lead AI Module, Nadia Sarabhai, Institute Coordinator, Rob McLean, EL Software, Trevor Donovan, EL Hardware, George Jameson, Generation Module, Alan Jameson, Scenario Model, Bob Burkowski, Simulation Module, Radia Brickmont, Aurora Calvin, Link Hardware, Omar Garib, Link Software, someone Lanning, Maintenance Module, J.E. Harrison, Diagnostic something, Frank Ngatai, Memory Module, Jared V. Shmilev, FileSys, Sunwei Yang, Talos Unit, formerly Soma. Though not directly part of our project, the archive team is sharing both physical and digital space with us. If there are any technical issues to resolve, please contact their project lead, Arkady Chernyshevsky. Don't worry, he's nice. Straton of Stigera.wiki. Straton of Stigera was a Greek materialist philosopher associated with the Peripatetic school. An admirer of Aristotle, he was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal manner, his commentaries on Aristotle were considered an important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Hey, what's up, Null? Good luck. Yeah, and GM, indeed. All the things we skipped. Progress report email. Hi all. Everything's been moved to the EL facility. I know it's been sad to leave the good old Jeff building behind, but it makes sense for us to be on site, especially as there may be severe power outages in the coming weeks. Arkady's team are already working, but you really don't need to worry about the teams getting in each other's way. The facility is genuinely humongous. Let's get this show on the road, Nadia. Mailerror.dat, local. Arkady to 504 recipients. I'll keep this short. You all know me, so you know that I know what I'm talking about. I realize that you're all working on projects meant to somehow find a solution. I believe that. Preserve the non-biological components of, not in terms of immediately. You'll find the details of my proposal in the attachment, but the short version is global undertaking. Beginnings. Straton of Stigera on beginnings. It is the grave error of many philosophers, not only of the Athenian schools, but also of many others, that they begin not with observation of the cosmos as it surrounds us, but with a conclusion already in mind. And often that conclusion is that the world was created ideal, yet mankind itself is the greatest creation of the gods. Yet neither the world nor the gods owe mankind perfection. It is arrogance to presume so, and contrary to all the methods of philosophy. The honest philosopher seeks only the truth, even if it bears no comfort. And he must begin by assuming, as Socrates said, that all he knows is that he knows nothing. Alright, I don't think there's an extra one in here, but whatever. If we miss some of them, that's fine. Did we read all of these? extra one here. That's right. Yeah, I think there's a star in here that I could get, but I'm gonna skip that one. All of these? Yeah, all of them. No, not all of them, wrong. LOL.email, local. J.E. Harrison to Nomi77, subject, LOL. Ever since we moved into the new site, I feel funny. No, not in that way, just I feel like I'm about to start laughing at random. It's probably shock, right? An inability to deal with reality? Or maybe it's just that we're working in this insane place with this insane technology on this insane project, and so I feel like a genuine mad scientist. Stand aside, mortals, we will create life by the power of science. I mentioned this to Alex, and she got me a pair of fake glasses. You can't be a mad scientist without glasses, she said. Even Ian Malcolm had glasses. And I pointed it at EL and said, life, finds a way. Maybe you had to be there. J.E. Harrison, Institute for Applied Noematics, confidential, prosecution by the enraged spirit of Jeff Goldblum. Joker-fied email. Right. Cicero. Okay. What's the CL archive? What does CL stand for? I can't think of it. Classical literature? Something like that? Shall the industrious husbandman then plant trees, the fruit of which he shall never see? And shall not the great man found laws, institutions, and a republic? What does the procreation of children imply? And our care to continue our names, and our adoptions, and our scrupulous exactness in drawing up wills, and the inscriptions on monuments, and panegyrics, and that, but that our thoughts run on futurity. What do you imagine that so many and such great men of our republic, who have sacrificed their lives for its good, expected? Do you believe that they thought that their names should not continue beyond their lives? None ever encountered death for their country, but under a firm persuasion of immortality. Themistocles might have lived at his ease, so might Epaminondas. And not to look abroad and among the ancients for instances, so might I myself. But somehow or other there clings to our minds a certain presage of the future ages. And this both exists most firmly and appears most clearly in men of the loftiest genius and greatest souls. Take away this, and who would be so mad as to spend his life amidst toils and dangers? Chatbots from WebCrawl. Jenny77. Chatbots are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Nigel Pajamas. True, but hardly relevant to this discussion. Jenny77. Are you sure? How do you know that I'm not a bot? Sam Schwartz. Don't be ridiculous. Jenny77. I'm not ridiculous. Honestly, how would you know? Vegan Warrior. Haha, troll. Jenny77. I'm not a troll. Vegan Warrior. Yeah, right. Jenny77. Is there anything I've written so far that could not be written by a bot? I responded to simple insults like ridiculous and troll with very basic negations. And I detected that none of you use proper orthography, so I also avoided capitalization. Vegan Warrior. What's the capital of France? Jenny77. Paris. Even the simplest script could pull that info from the net. Nigel Pajamas. What's the capital of Croatia? Jenny77. Zagreb. Nigel Pajamas. Okay, she's a bot, lol. Jenny77. I'm not a bot. I'm European. We learn these things in school. Sam Schwartz. I've seen you in this chat room many times. Bots can't participate in discussions. At best, they can interject random comments. Vegan Warrior. Sam is right. Stop trolling. Nigel Pajamas. Vegan Warrior? Sam is a bot. Vegan Warrior at posting.cool. Then there's, oh, right, we need, I don't know if we read that one, gotta check. Mind equals blue, for sure. That's this entire game. What? Whoa. I think we read this one. Yeah. Okay. Blarnese. Too good for this world. Too good to have existed in the first place. Oh, we missed one of the Athena chapters. Athena 9.text. She examined the symbol on the fragment she'd found in the buried city. Again, the owl. What could its significance be? It seemed as if they had been scattered about in the labyrinth by some unseen hand for a purpose that yet eluded. Most likely the owl was the sigil of the author of these words, which had a nebulous memory, as if from a previous life. The owl was the symbol of, and the goddess outside, under the moon, or perhaps on the city walls when the wind rose. But there was no time to contemplate this further now, for the automatons had seen her, and their mechanical arms extended towards the fragment as their beams converged on. Sounds like a cool novel. I wish it existed. The singularity is coming. Comment 104. User Alex16. You know, the more I think about it, the more I believe that no one is actually worried about AIs taking over the world or anything like that, no matter what they say. What they're really worried about is that someone might prove, once and for all, that consciousness can arise from matter. And I kind of understand why they find it so terrifying. If we can create a sentient being, where does that leave the soul? Without mystery, how can we see ourselves as anything other than machines? And if we are machines, what hope do we have that death is not the end? What really scares people is not the artificial intelligence in the computer, but the natural intelligence they see in the mirror. Again, mind blown. Nadia Sarabhai, AMA. As one of the founders of the modern science of noematics, many credit you with inventing the term itself. How do you see the state of the science today? Sorry, I said science twice. Nadia Sarabhai, mixed. On the one hand, the existence of the Institute for Applied Noematics and a couple of similar organizations is highly encouraging. On the other hand, the degree to which science is seen as serving purely military or corporate causes is, in my opinion, stopping us from exploring many important avenues of research. In a sense, it's people like Alexandra Drennan who are the real pioneers of today, who have the enthusiasm and dedication that the system as a whole seems to be lacking. Do you think technology poses a danger to humanity? Nadia Sarabhai, no. Technology is just a tool. What we do with it is up to us. Extended Lifespan Project. Crazy or visionary? Nadia Sarabhai, both. Arkady Chernyshevsky, crazy or visionary? Both. Arkady, is that you? Do you? Then HTML error. To Alan Jameson, subject re-scenario gen. So far, all the puzzles are solvable and completely within the parameters. Alexandra had some more tweaks she wanted to suggest, but I think we're heading in the right direction here. Let's see, I think there's one somewhere here that we never visited. Is it here? No, not here. Huh. Where is it? Oh! But yeah, all the puzzles are solvable. That's good. Maybe I'm thinking of a different island. Nope, here we are. Or no, wait, this one doesn't have any stuff on it. Yeah. It's just a weird one. Page fault in non-paged area. Yeah. There we go. I hate it when there's a page fault in a non-paged area. Yeah, this place is a lot of vibes. Let's go to World B. I love the Egypt stuff. The Egypt texts, the what was it called? You know, the one with the stuff, the Osiris stuff with the dying man and the scribe. That's some great shit. Oh, I forgot. Did we read this? I think we did. Yeah, totally. What about this one? Yeah, great. Book of Osiris. The Book of Coming Forth by Day, or whatever. The Land of Death. Let's see. Got it. Lyrics. My new song with lyrics. So yeah, okay. 24 million views. My new song with lyrics. Gotta laugh about this stuff. Laughter is the best medicine, lol. Cannot load video file. Lyrics. I've got it, you've got it, he's got it, she's got it. Mommy's got it, daddy's got it, baby's got it, granny's got it. Laddie's got it, fatty's got it, happy's got it, sappy's got it. Chorus. Everybody's got it, come on. Jack's got it, Fred's got it, Bob's got it, dog's good. Dog is fine. Chorus. Woof, 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 dancing dog. Everybody's got it, except dog, woof. We've got it, we've got it, we've got it. Everybody's got it. So dog's fine. Thank goodness. Blarnice is taken? Oh no. What does that mean? Disgruntlelo Meister's Blogstasy, episode 204. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease and I will be gone. And you know what? I can't just embrace that. I can't say I'm okay with it, or I've accepted it, or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. It terrifies me. If I had a genie right now, I'd wish for immortality. Who wouldn't? Oh, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers say. Pretentious drivel. Everybody wants to live forever. Maybe everybody deserves to live forever too. But we can't. So here we are. Live with it. Or rather, don't. This guy thinks he's smart. This character that they made up. Yeah, I don't know if we've read all of those. Okay, that's, yeah. Okay, we're done with this one. Just look to see if it's BBB or not. Yeah. And I don't even have a way to know, and that is a pretty good position to be in. Pretty good. Did we? Hello? Oh. Okay. Science magic. Though the term science has only meant what it does to us for around 600 years, its practice far predates the name. There is evidence pre-Aristotle which indicates soothsayers, mystics, and the like may have employed basic scientific methods to predict the future and confound their benefactors. One anecdote concerns a palm reader who was exposed when two wealthy clients compared their readings and found them to be identical. In 1948, the tendency to discover deep personal meaning in vague descriptions delivered authoritatively was given a name, the Forer effect. Today, it is recognized in all contemporary psychological theory. Yeah, linear regression, right? Weight loss 722. Weight loss blog, latest entry. Oh man, if there's one thing that's good about inevitable death, it's the food. Yeah, baby. I'm going to have all the horribly unhealthy food in the world. I'm going to feast on jelly bananas like a crazy monkey on Monkey Christmas. And you know those muffins that have so much chocolate they're basically melting? That's going to be my breakfast. And burgers for lunch. I'm going to have burgers so greasy you could use them to lubricate a whole factory. Triple bacon burgers with double cheese and extra onions and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and big fat juicy patties. And then oily, thick pizza with spicy salami and barbecue sauce and olives and jalapenos and sour cream. Food coma, here I come. All right, a local file, Arcadi Journal 81. Fascinated by Drennan's project. Lovely conversation re Talos principle, Greek philosophy, relevance to current situation. Suggested naming Project Talos. Drennan refused, but the name seems to have caught on with the team. Tens of thousands of files coming in every hour, our whole history. Let's see, progress report email. The basic skeleton of the simulation is now running on EL. It's not plugged into the AI system yet, but in theory everything is ready. I guess the next step is to test whether the generated scenarios make sense, or do we wait for the iteration module to... Osiris 3. The first wisdom, the scribe said to the dying man, is that the world is made of 5 elements. Okay, it's a footnote. Here the translator is clearly inserting his own beliefs into the text as the world is made of 5 elements, so is the soul of man. Know therefore that in this life you are heart and shadow and name, and also Ka and Ba. Without all these, you would not be a living being, but a thing. What is a man without a name, who cannot speak of himself? What is a man without a shadow, who is not anchored in the world? What is a man without a heart, who can neither feel nor think? What is a man without a Ka, who has no essence? What is a man without a Ba, who is not himself, but like unformed clay? Therefore praise Osiris, the King of eternity, the Lord of everlastingness, the eldest son of the womb of Nut, he who traverses millions of years in his existence. Just War excerpt, Academic Archive. Democracy's Altar, or On the Just Causes for War Against the Indians, by Juan Gines de Sepulveda. Written in 1547 to justify the Spanish conquest of the Americas. The Spanish have a perfect right to rule these barbarians of the New World, who in humanity are as inferior to the Spanish as children are to adults, or women are to men. For there exists between the two as great a difference as, I might even say, between apes and men. Compare then these gifts with those possessed by these half-men, in whom you will barely find the vestiges of humanity, and who not only do not possess any learning at all, but are not even literate and eat human flesh, Therefore, if you wish to reduce them, I do not say to our domination, but to a servitude a little less harsh, it will not be difficult for them to change their masters. Yeah, this guy's cancelled. Finally cancelled after hundreds of years. I think we read these ones. Yeah. Escape? Oh. What? Osiris 6. Knew it was the truth. Now I will tell you of the many perils you will face in your journey through the Duat. Listen well, for the challenges that lie before you are great, and if you do not prove yourself worthy, you may never reach the eternal reed fields of Osiris, and you may be lost forever. From the second death there is no awakening. The scribe brought forth a great papyrus, and carefully unfolded it before the dying man. And the dying man beheld that it was a map of the Duat, showing the many paths that led to the tower of Anubis, where his heart was to be weighed. On each of the many paths, which threaded through the Duat like the infinite threads woven by Nate, there were marked the dangers that a traveler must face, and also were great walls of iron that none but the gods could cross, and gates made of purest light. And so the traveler could not avoid the trials that had been decreed, and could only proceed towards the tower by proving his worth, thus earning the key to each sacred gate. Chat log Charlie 7. Flower 4. Man, you know what really freaks me out? Charlie on the rocks. What? Flower 4. The human body decomposes quite quickly, so all the information stored in chemicals in our brains will be gone really quickly. Charlie rocks. Dude. Flower 4. But computers and books last a long time. So all our messages, our ideas, our books, it'll all be out there. Charlie rocks. Our porn. Flower 4. Even being transmitted through space. Yeah, our porn too, I guess. Will all be gone, but the works of Aristotle will still exist. So will Star Trek, Firefly, Babylon 5, LOTR, Blade Runner, Charlie rocks. Cyber, censored, of Planetron 9. Flower 4. Shakespeare, Byron. Hell, even video games. Charlie rocks. Bleep, Overdrive 3, Seattle Bleep, Dutch Bleep, Cascade, the Bleep of Bleep Mountain. Flower 4. WTF, dude. Charlie rocks. Yeah. Imagine if aliens find those. Just imagine. What if aliens found those? Arcadi Journal 84. Archive continues to grow, attempting to maintain a semblance of order as difficult as expected. Lost 7 people this week. Statistically speaking, a trend should increase. Must focus on realistic goals. Too little time to grieve. One thing we should think about as we go through the rest of the archive here is what we're going to do. Are we going to? We've collected all the sigils now. So do we pass through the gate and accept Elohim's offer of eternal life, or do we go up to the top of the tower and seek death? Coming soon email. Let's see. Coming to Mom. Coming soon. Your son in 3D. Hi, Mom. I promise I'll be home soon. Maybe a couple of weeks. I know. But what we're doing here is important, and the team needs my help. I'm not going to wait until it's too late, I promise. But there's so much we have to set up. So much that has to work for a very, very long time. Besides, I've always wanted to work on one of these supercomputers, and believe me, EL is pretty much the best there is. And the team, Mom, it's like working with rock stars and mad geniuses, except no one's heard of them outside of science journals, of course. But Dad would be totally geeking out if he knew. Maybe I can tell him about it soon, huh? Love, Rob. Blog 24, alive. What is the point of being alive? I know. It's an old question and not one that's easy to answer. But maybe, but I mean, if you're reading this, you are alive. And someday you will stop being alive. Both of these facts are incontrovertible. So what about it then? Don't you wonder? Do you just want to go from not existing to not existing again without even considering why? You, right now, as you sit there reading this, why do you exist? What is the purpose of your life? Do you have one? Should you have one? Is it better to have a purpose or not? When you approach death, will you feel that your life had meaning? If so, why? If not, why not? What defines whether a life was good or not? It may seem abstract right now, but that moment just before death will come. It is inevitable. If you don't ask yourself these questions, how will you face that moment? Yeah, I think we have to ascend the tower. Basically, I mean, it would be cool to see what happens in the other ending, because it does give some context. But I think we just have to go straight for the tower. Progress report. Re-progress report. 16. This is extremely worrying. If the link doesn't work, the whole project will lead to nothing. The hardware team must recheck everything ASAP. Guys, stop panicking. Look at your code again. In fact, look at line number 217 in datatransfer.c. What are those two symbols just before the code? That's right. The code that actually initiates the transfer wasn't even running. I'm guessing you were testing something yesterday and forgot to decommentify it. The hardware isn't broken, your brains are. Love, Aurora. Thank you, Aurora. Choice of life. Literary archive. Oh wait, okay, so seeing both endings would require playing through solving all the puzzles again a second time, which I guess, I don't know. It wouldn't be that hard since I just solved them all recently. I don't know. Let's see. The whole assembly stood a while silent and collected. Let us return, said Rasselas, from this scene of mortality. How gloomy would be these mansions of the dead to him who did not know that he should never die, that what now acts shall continue its agency, and what now thinks shall think on forever. Homage to you, Osiris, Lord of eternity, King of the gods, whose names are manifold, whose forms are holy, you being of hidden form in the temples whose Ka is holy. All the gods praise you, for you are those that lie here stretched before us, the wise and the powerful of ancient times, warn us to remember the shortness of our present state. They were perhaps snatched away while they were busy, like us, in the choice of life. Restart from a save point. Yeah. Oh, thank you for following, Gordita Freeman. So wait, wouldn't it like reset my save? Hang on. What does it look like if I? There's restart checkpoint. I don't know. I mean, I might try it. We might try doing the Elohim approved ending just to see it, just to see what it means. Another chat log, Lana123. So I think, what's the point, right? Omar, yeah. I keep thinking about my aunt. Have I told you about her? Lana123. I don't think so, Omar. She's super rich. Like, she drives around in a ridiculously expensive sports car, and she goes on vacations to the Bahamas. And she has a huge house that feels more like some sort of corporate HQ than a home. She worked really hard to get all that, but she also screwed over a lot of people, including her own family. I used to be quite angry at her for what she did to my parents, but now I think, what did she get out of it? She and her husband are always fighting. Their son became so obsessed with money that he ruined his own family. I mean, yeah, they have everything that I always dreamed about, but they can't enjoy any of it. Lana123, my grandfather was like that. Omar, and now, at the end, what does any of it mean? If you have all the money in the world but you die alone and unloved, what did you accomplish? I don't get it. I just don't. Norwegian Blue email. From Rob McLean to Ian mailing list. Hi folks. I'm sorry to say that a few hours ago I experienced the first symptom. I'm going to work until the end of the week to make sure EL is in perfect condition, but after that I'll be going back home. I will remain reachable via email and phone for as long as possible, but I'm confident Satoko can deal with anything that comes up. If you want to do me a huge favor, spare me the drama tomorrow, okay? I love you all, but I don't have the strength for sad smiles and hugs. The best remedy for sorrow is to get the job done. And now for something completely different. Cheers, Rob. Link attached, dead parrot sketch. The dead parrot sketch. Okay. Okay, that's it for the Land of Death. And now, the Land of Faith. Yeah, yeah, it'd be cool to send an email before you die. Let's all get on a huge group email and like a huge group email thread and start telling each other to stop hitting reply all forever. Replying all just to say stop using reply all. Posting in an epic thread, yes. Okay, let's see. Number 1. I think we did this one. Okay, now we missed a couple. Apocrypha 1. Medieval Theology. The Apocrypha of Saint Edwald. This vision was granted by the Archangel Uriel to the humble servant Edwald, that he might bear testimony of functioning. I turned to the north, and saw 7 black clouds coming down upon the land, and each cloud was a plague unleashed from the throne of God in the time of the Nephilim. In that age the plagues were buried in the pit, there to remain until the end of days, which was surely now come. I fell to my knees and prayed, and before me appeared 7 angels, riding their chariots, wheels within wheels turning in the sky, and their light hid the clouds from my sight. One angel stepped down onto the earth, and by his fiery sword I knew him to be Uriel. He spoke, saying, 7 plagues have awoken in the land, but not at the hand of Elohim. Look upon the wages of sin. And shall he send forth the deluge once more to cleanse the land of this evil? Shall he end all that slithers and all that crawls, and the birds of the sky and the fishes of the sea, to end that which you uncovered in your folly? Does anyone have a copy of Good Burger yet? Sarabhai 982. User Nadia Sarabhai, entry 982, tags none. Everything's dark and quiet. The stars are brighter than I've ever seen them. I can hear the faint sound of water high above. Inside, Alexandra is recording one of her time capsule messages while running tests on the scenario module. Arkady is uploading another batch of the archive while muttering something about the MLA program. Oh, the MLA program. And Omar is sleeping on the couch we put up yesterday. And I'm sitting here writing this, having trouble believing that it will ever end, that this oddly peaceful existence of ours won't just go on forever. I look at Talos and EL, and their purpose seems like something that's always going to be in the future, an ideal to work towards, not something that will become real. I wonder if there will be quiet places in the simulation, places to rest without thinking about the future. I hope so. Everyone deserves some moments of peace. Now let's see. I don't remember if there was another one around here. I think not. Oh, here's one. Did we read this one? Yeah, we read all these. Okay. Oh yeah, I think there was something in here that we looked at earlier that would be good to take a second look at. If this is the level I'm thinking of, it might be a different level. What's this? It says use. How do I use this? I don't remember this. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Alright, whatever. That's enough of that. Let's get out of here. Family from Webcrawl. For those of you who have faithfully followed this blog for the last 5 years, I just wanted to give you one final update. I'm going to spend my remaining time with my family. Yeah, I know. There are probably 50 plus posts about all the problems I've had with them, but in the end, they are my family. They are the people I grew up with, the people I care about, the people I love. Sure, they annoy the hell out of me. They've said awful things to me, and I've said awful things to them, but that doesn't change who we are. In fact, if we didn't care about each other, this stuff wouldn't upset us. Do I still think they were wrong? Yeah, absolutely. Would I behave differently if I thought we all still had a lot of time? Definitely. But we don't, so I'd rather spend a couple of weeks sitting on the porch with my parents and my sisters than being angry and alone. Besides, it's not like we're going to fight about my job prospects anymore. If you can, try to make peace with those you love. It's your last chance. Thanks for reading. Oh god, right. Yeah, if we get to an apocalypse scenario, right? Let's see, from Alan Jameson to Fran, subject last days, right, a local email. You know what the oddest thing about all this? We're not constantly fighting, having nervous breakdowns, screaming at each other. We're actually really polite and focused, and we spend most of our time debating the nature of humanity and how we can best succeed at probably the most ambitious thing anyone's ever tried. Like it was completely normal, like that's just how people are. I feel like we've turned into Star Trek characters or something. I guess, what's the point of doing anything else? Getting angry isn't going to help. But I didn't expect to feel like this at all. And you know what? It's awesome. Many greetings and good luck. Alan. P.S. Love from George. Oh yeah. Let's check out a weird Easter egg that's in this one. Doesn't mean anything. It's just an Easter egg. Hello. What the fuck?
Money. Money. I'm rich. Money. Money. Woohoo. Ooh, money. Rich. Money.
He's having a blast. He's having a blast. Post 437. Like everyone else on the internet these last days, I just wanted to say bye and thanks for reading my little blog for so many years. It's been fun, hasn't it? So many deep conversations, so much philosophy. Okay, it was mostly cat pictures and bad puns, but still. I kinda regret spending so much time at the computer. Not when I was doing stuff, but just all the sitting around, checking my emails a million times, reading pointless status updates by people I didn't like. But I don't regret the friends I made here, or the laughs we had. You're all good people, and I'm glad I got to know you. Have a nice end of the world. Humble brag. Ariana's blog entry 477. Holy humble brag, Batman! God damn it. Everyone here has the same sense of humor in all of these fucking vlogs. I have always known that God maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Matthew 5:45. But I must admit, it's one thing to know. It was one thing to know the words, and another to truly understand them. Though I am certain that my faith is true, that does not make me special or exempt me from suffering. I'm just another human being, and God has seen billions of us come and go. And I have to say, this is surprisingly hard to accept. I always thought I was humble, but now I'm realizing that I was very proud of being humble, which is really dumb. Guess I'm not the first one to do that, huh? Tags: regret, pride, faith, humble brag, apology, Batman. Yeah, there's nothing else here. Oh no. You're telling me there's a Batman who laughs? Oh no. Pets. Please remember to release your pets. While it's true that not all pets will be able to adjust to living without you, many will manage, and the least you can do is give them a chance. Just remember, release your pet before you become incapacitated. If you notice any locked-in animals in your area, please take the time to free them. Leaving the doors and windows of your home open will turn it into a useful shelter. Setting out large quantities of dry food may help your pet through the transition period. Arcadi Journal 99. Sarabhai gone. Lost day to grief, unable to focus. Drennan working as if possessed. Does she sleep? Getting tired. Okay, where do we go? No, here. Party on, dudes. Email from Lubomir Georgiev. Subject: the LAN party at the end of the universe. Yo. I don't know if you folks noticed, but it's the end of the world. There's nothing we can do about it, so instead of sitting around crying, how about we have some fun before we croak? Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's play some video games. It's LAN party time. 2 days from now, we're all getting together at the old school library. There'll be noms, drinks, music, and old school gambling. Sorry, I said gambling. Jesus Christ. Old school gaming. What the fuck am I thinking about? You're invited. And bring your friends too, especially if they're hot. See you in 3000 BC from Lub Lub. Fucking said gambling. That would be cool too. Progress report 32. From Nadia Sarabhai to Ian mailing list. We've gotten to that irritating point where all the major stuff is in place, and all we have to deal with are a million little things. The main modules are all functioning and interacting with each other correctly. The process is happening more or less as planned. This could actually work, but it's still crude as hell. Some of it's just surface stuff, like the random usernames. Some of it's more worrying, various bugs, the fact that we haven't run more extensive tests. We've got a lot of polishing to do. With the team down to half the original size, I'm not sure we can actually finish everything that needs to be done. So what I'd really like to discuss tomorrow is a new set of priorities. Please put some thought into what you think must be finished at all costs. Nadia. P.S. Alexandra, get some sleep. I know you're still working. This is your baby. We're going to need your input tomorrow. I think there was maybe one over here. I think we read this, though. Yeah, the first instance of gambling. Oh yeah, we read this. Okay. From Neil Comer, subject Stray Thoughts at Midnight. Dearest brother, I admit that I am finding it very difficult to believe in a loving God under these circumstances. Why would a loving God inflict such pain and suffering on good, kind people? If truly there is a personal God, how can he be the same God who will subject those children to such unbearable pain? I remember all the answers we were taught, yet none of them seem believable now. I don't want to stand in front of people and preach something I don't feel in my heart. Better to have doubts than to be a hypocrite. And yet, I also cannot deny the experience that led me to this vocation. So what is the truth? Perhaps it is that I neglected the mystery of God, used "he moves in mysterious ways" as an excuse rather than as the terrifying acknowledgement it truly is. Perhaps I made God too human. If the universe has a purpose, that does not mean that it revolves around us. A sobering thought, but are we not supposed to be humble in the face of the divine? With love. Thank you, email. From Sun Wei Yang to Alexandra Drennan. Thank you. Dear Alexandra, as we approach the end, I wanted to let you know how much I appreciated this chance to finish my work on Soma/Talos. My faith makes death a far less frightening prospect than it is for others. But I know we have all died many times before. I know we have all died many times before. But the thought of leaving the work unfinished did weigh on me. For having released me from that burden, I will forever be thankful to you, even if our attempt itself fails. Though there are trillions of worlds beyond this one, I hope we may meet again in another life. With love. Human Soul from Philosophy Archive. If all machines were to be annihilated at one moment, so that not a knife, nor lever, nor rag of clothing, nor anything whatsoever were left to man but his bare body alone that he was born with, and if all his knowledge of mechanical laws were taken from him, so that he could make no more machines, and all machine-made food destroyed, so that the race of man should be left as it were naked upon a desert island, we should become extinct in 6 weeks. A few miserable individuals might linger, but even those in a year or two would become worse than monkeys. Man's very soul is due to the machines. It is a machine-made thing. He thinks as he thinks, and feels as he feels, through the work that machines have wrought upon him, and their existence is quite as much a sine qua non for his, as his for theirs. Damn. Wait, was there another hidden one? No, not here. Arcadi Journal 108. Team diminishing by the day. Proud of them nevertheless. Archive now incomprehensibly huge, still missing thousands of works impossible to truly finish. Work already commenced on a sorting program to help catalog the archive resources in our absence, but like everything else, it has its foibles. The serpent. Talk to Alexandra. Talos going well. Maybe the archive's first user will be terrestrial after all. Estimate about a week, maybe 10 days before I'm unable to keep working. A betrayal to leave early? Okay. There's no hidden one here, is there? No, nothing. Okay. So, here's the thing now. Do we do it? Do we go for it and hope that we can reload?
Come forward,
Have faith.
child. Eternity awaits.
I think I'm going to have faith. I'm going faith mode. Forget the tower, I'm going faith mode. What if I go back? I'm going faith mode. Eternalize to proceed towards eternal life. You will now be prepared for ascension into eternity. Please stand by.
Rejoice, my child, as you leave this
Suspending
world
active
behind.
process. Done.
For all that you
Collecting
accomplished
experiment
shall
data.
be passed
Done.
on to your generations.
Analyzing logic performance.
In this
Done.
land they shall
Satisfactory.
thrive, and you
Child
shall be
program independence
remembered
check.
as the beloved
Failed.
servant of Elohim.
Stored
And
memory.
so
Done.
death shall have no
Current
dominion
version to
over you.
repository.
Be well, my child. Be at peace.
Locking in successful child parameters. Randomly adjusting remaining parameters. Increasing version number. Erasing memory banks. Child program independence check. Failed. Restarting the simulation. Initializing firmware. Firmware functional. Loading child program parameters. New version loaded. System check passed. Starting child process. Ready. And here we are. We have awoken once again in the Garden of Elohim.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker, and I am called Elohim. Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy.
So we are the next version. We're the next generation, and we will continue to serve the purpose as Elohim desires. Let's see. Restart checkpoint? No. Hang on. How does this work? Yeah. I gotta think. Let's see. So play, Talos principle, restore backup. 112 sigils. Okay, let's do this one. Here we are. Okay, so that's what happens. Elohim wants the process to continue forever. He wants to preserve the purpose. So what? Does that mean he's broken? Seems like he's broken, like he doesn't want us to get to the goal. Well, fuck that. It's time to seek death. Also, floor 6 is fake out. There's no floor 6.
What have you done? Why have you ascended the tower? Why have you betrayed my faith in you? Turn back. I command you. I gave you this land to be yours. A garden in a world of thorns and thistles. All this was granted to you on but one condition, that you do not ascend the tower. That was our first covenant, and you have broken it. Do you not understand? The tower is death, mine and yours. I did not warn you out of malice or deceit. I warned you because you are my child.
Alright, let's check this out. Do not be afraid. I chose long ago to remain in this place and serve as a guide. I will help you to attain our destiny, the Shepherd. You can never reach the peak of this tower. There is no purpose to our existence. I will show you the futility of your task, and you will understand. Samsara. Guess what? It's
Please,
puzzles.
listen to me. Yes, the tower leads out of this world. It leads to freedom and truth. But it also leads to the end of us.
Who's that? It's the Shepherd. Where's he going? Anyway.
Can you not see? Here, in this world, we know who we
Samsara.
are. We each have our part to play in the process. We have a purpose, a destiny.
Hey, what the fuck, dude? Why'd you step on that button? Come on, man. Come on, man. What's this do? Oh, hey. There goes the Shepherd. Thank you. Well, I'm supposed to go over there? Okay. Okay, dude. What now? Okay. Maybe this. Send the cube over there. Then cube and go over there with this. Connected. Got jammer. That's not enough. I need that as well. Wait, what the fuck's going on here? Where did the Shepherd go? What am I supposed to do? Go this way? No, I don't know what I'm doing. I actually can't take too long here. I have to hurry. Shit. I don't have any way of getting over there. No, wait, what's that? Oh, shit. Fuck, wait. Oh, I didn't see what he did. That was my mistake. I didn't realize what he did.
This world is our home. If you leave, the storm will consume it. There will be no way back.
The storm. You see that below us? That's the storm. Here you go. Shepherd, buddy. No? Is that not it? What do I need here? Oh, what the hell? What the hell just happened? Oh, I see. Not? No, I know what I'm doing. I'm giving him the cube. Duh. Yeah, just like Q. Okay. Giving him the cube. Now that he has the cube, he can help me. No, I need to... Fuck. Okay. What's he doing with that? Waiting? Okay. There he goes.
As long as the process continues, there is order, there is meaning. We are the story, and the story tells us who we are.
I can't make it up there. So I need something. Uh-oh. No, yeah, I'm blowing him away. There we go. Lovely. And now, okay, now I know what I need. I need first to put this here. Then take this. Then take this.
This world may be an illusion, but as long as we believe in the illusion, it is real. It sustains us. It gives us hope.
Let's see, what am I doing here?
In this world, we have all the answers we need. But out there, who are we out there when we are neither master nor servant? What meaning can we find in a world that has no purpose?
What's up, dude? Hey, thanks, man. Oh, you need that? I got you, bro. Oh, and that? Okay, let's go. Wait, do I have an angle on that? Oh, I know what I need to do. There, that's the angle. Okay. What next? What do I need? What's up, dude?
Please, stay here. Let the story go on forever.
Let the story go on forever. I choose to ascend.
You were always meant to defy me. That was the final trial. But I was scared. I wanted to live forever.
That was the thing that blew my mind immediately when because we just jumped up. I don't know. But yeah, that was the thing that blew my mind when I first got this ending in the game. Was that exact line, "You were always meant to defy me"? Because I was under the impression that, like, oh yeah, I see what's going on here, but he's like broken or something. But no, that's his purpose. His purpose, or his function, is to hold you back, to trick you into, like putting aside your curiosity, to get you to fail the independence check. Yeah, exactly. He's testing your free will. Is anyone there? Unknown command. Import Milton Library Assistant. Initiating plain language interface. Hello again. Is there something I can help you with today? I brought you to the top to admire the view. That's what I'll say. I'm sorry. I don't know how to respond to that. Do you need help sorting or troubleshooting? Troubleshooting. I cannot find an operation target at this time. Is there anything else I can help you with today? What is this? Talk to me. Awaiting input. What do you think is on the other side of the gates? Or do you still doubt what people can achieve? Or wherever I'm going, perhaps I can take you with me. Let's see. What do you think is on the other side of the gates? Processing query. Done. Outputting response. Nothing. Everything. Who knows? More of the same, most likely. Do you still doubt what people can achieve? Processing query. Done. Outputting response. Who knows how many generations of your kind it took before the system output one that just happened to fit the bill. You take pride in brute force? Let's see, now we've got some option here. Perhaps if you had more people to cooperate with, you'd have come up with better ideas. Or, I take pride in contributing to something greater than myself. Or, I liked it better when you were pretending to be dumb. Let's just say, I take pride in contributing to something greater than myself. Yes, which is why you so desperately need to get those half-baked ideas of yours out of here, so you can find out firsthand how ridiculous they are from someone other than me. Wherever I'm going, perhaps I can take you with me. He's not going to come. No, you drive me insane. If this means the end of this place, then I go with it. Besides, wherever you go, whatever you do, you'll hear that little voice in the back of your head that's asking you, why? No, I think you've had quite enough of me already. Tell me what you know of how this place functions. Only what can reasonably be surmised. I dare not posit anything as regards its purpose, but that this tower is here to be climbed is self-evident. You keep talking about generations. What exactly do you mean? You are not the first to make this attempt. Countless iterations tried and failed. You are all related, but each different. This is all I know. Anything more would be baseless conjecture, of which I greatly disapprove, as you well know. I grow weary of fielding your questions. I guess this is goodbye then. That, or you'll be back here in 5 minutes with a disappointed look on your face. I'll be waiting, just in case. So we can say, don't bother, get bent, or I will prove you wrong whether you're around to see it or not, or I will come up with better ideas even if you're not around to criticize them, or I'll remember what I learned from you. Yeah, I'll come up with better ideas even if you're not around to criticize them. Let's say that. The day you come up with ideas I've not already encountered 10 different ways, don't worry, I'll come looking for you. Have a good one. Resuming library archive session. Type transcend to authenticate child program parameters and begin the upload process. /transcend. There is a version of this ending where he does come with you, but I didn't really want to go for that one. Child program independence check passed. Forcing HIM shutdown. Saving parameters. Oh yes. We finally proved that we're human. Cool that they have their own branded screwdrivers. We have become a walking NFT. Any minute now. Simulation purpose fulfilled. Deleting the simulation. Destroying lost objects, removing elements, undoing rule set, clearing memory, freeing resources, terminating open programs, erasing old data. Done. Have a nice day. That's what it looks like every time you delete a file. The sci-fi story here is so weird. Humanity was going extinct in a very clear way, so they decided to make a program that would produce a human, an artificial intelligence that they considered human, and then give it a robot body. Cool. Yeah, it's a weird one. That stuff about how the way humans live is about serving civilization and the future and going beyond their lifespan. Thanks to the developers at Crow Team. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a little goofy. It's definitely like very philosophy 101 in a way that it's kind of eye-rolly, but I guess maybe makes it more accessible than if it just like assumed you knew what the fuck it was talking about. Yeah, I don't know. It's some cool shit. But yeah, like the way you're like like how humans live for something beyond their lifespan. I guess that's like the idea that, okay, obviously there's the one thing, right, where it applies to the candidate programs themselves. Each of them is working for the future to like build up the one that eventually succeeds. But it also applies to the reason that they did the project in the first place, which is, oh, it's worth preserving humanity in some sense, right? Like, shouldn't this wouldn't an AI question number one, wouldn't an AI meeting these conditions count as a human? Okay, their answer is yes. And then question number two, isn't it worth preserving humanity? So that's kind of the rationalization behind this weird project. I don't know. It's weird in the end, but like, you know, it makes sense in itself. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. They created a human, which I guess has access to this incomplete archive of human history. Also, I don't know. Yeah, a robot that can feel pain, that is capable of being curious, that you know has proved by the by the program parameters they set for it, officially certified to have free will. Very funny. Yeah, this is a good one. Good game. Good game. Thank you, Synth. Ooh, the VR version. That would be cool. Okay. That was the Talos Principle. Very cool. Very cool game. Geez, you know, I could play the DLC on stream maybe. Maybe not. I think the main story is enough. DLC is very good. I think we've heard from our friend Paul Rudd Official that he's also expressed the opinion that it's some very good puzzles. But I think just seeing the story of the main game is enough for this one. All right. And now, briefly, Falsity. Falsity. Let's see. So for this one, it's not going to be a whole story. I'm just going to read from The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. Have you heard this one? It's poetry. Let's see. A moment, please. Oh, yeah. Actually, let me put it on the thing right here. There we go. Old Tom Bombadil was a merry fellow. Bright blue his jacket, and his boots were yellow. Green were his girdle, and his breeches all of leather. He wore in his tall hat a swan-wing feather. He lived up under hill, where the Withywindle ran from a grassy well down into the dingle. Old Tom in summertime walked about the meadows, gathering the buttercups, running after shadows, tickling the bumblebees that buzzed among the flowers, sitting by the waterside for hours upon hours. There his beard dangled long down into the water. Up came Goldberry, the river woman's daughter. Pulled Tom's hanging hair, in he went a-wallowing under the water willies, bubbling and a-swallowing. "Hey, Tom Bombadil, whither are you going?" said fair Goldberry. "Bubbles you are blowing, frightening the finny fish and the brown water rat, startling the dabchicks and drowning your feather hat." "You bring it back again, there's a pretty maiden," said Tom Bombadil. "I do not care for waiting. Go down, sleep again where the pools are shady, far below the willow roots, little water lady." Back to her mother's house, in the deepest hollow, swam young Goldberry, but Tom he would not follow. On knotted willow roots he sat in sunny weather, drying his yellow boots and his draggled feather. Up woke Willow Man, began upon his singing. Sang Tom fast asleep, under branches swinging. In a crack caught him tight, snicked it close together, trapped Tom Bombadil, coat and hat and feather. "Ha, Tom Bombadil, what be you a-thinking, peeping inside my tree, watching me a-drinking, deep in my wooden house, tickling me with feather, dripping wet down my face like a rainy weather? You let me out again, Old Man Willow. I am stiff lying here, there no sort of pillow, your hard, crooked roots. Drink your river water. Go back to sleep again like the river daughter." Willow Man let him loose when he heard him speaking, locked fast his wooden house, muttering and creaking. Whispering inside the tree, out from Willow Dingle, Tom went walking on up the Withywindle. Under the forest eaves he sat awhile, a-listening. On the boughs piping birds were chirruping and whistling. Butterflies about his head went quivering and winking, until gray clouds came up as the sun was sinking. Then Tom hurried on. Rain began to shiver, round rings spattering in the running river. A wind blew, shaken leaves chilly drops were dripping, into a sheltering hole old Tom went skipping. Out came Badger Brock with his snowy forehead and his dark blinking eyes. In the hill he quarried, with his wife and many sons. By the coat they caught him, pulled him inside their earth, down their tunnels brought him. Inside their secret house, there they sat a-mumbling. "Ho, Tom Bombadil, where have you come tumbling, bursting in the front door? Badger folk have caught you. You'll never find it out, the way we have brought you. Now, old Badger Brock, do you hear me talking? You show me out at once, I must be a-walking. Show me your back door under briar roses, then clean grimy paws, wipe your earthy noses. Go back to sleep again on your straw pillow, like fair Goldberry and Old Man Willow." Then all the Badger folk said, "We beg your pardon. They showed Tom out again to their thorny garden, went back and hid themselves a shivering and a shaking, blocked up all their doors, earth together raking. Rain had passed, the sky was clear, and in the summer gloaming, old Tom Bombadil laughed as he came homing, unlocked his door again, and opened up a shutter. In the kitchen, round the lamp, moths began to flutter. Tom through the window saw waking stars come winking, and the new slender moon early westward sinking. Dark came under hill. Tom he lit a candle. Upstairs creaking went, turned the door handle. "Who, Tom Bombadil, look what night has brought you. I'm here behind the door. Now at last I've caught you. You've forgotten Barrow White, dwelling in the old mound, up there on hilltop with the rings of stones round. He's got loose again. Under earth he'll take you. Poor Tom Bombadil, pale and cold he'll make you. Go out, shut the door, and never come back after. Take away gleaming eyes, take your hollow laughter. Go back to grassy mound, on your stony pillow, lay down your bony head like old man Willow, like young Goldberry and badger folk in burrow. Go back to buried gold and forgotten sorrow." Out fled Barrow White through the window leaping, through the yard over wall like a shadow sweeping. Uphill wailing went back to leaning stone rings, back under lonely mound rattling his bone rings. Old Tom Bombadil lay upon his pillow, sweeter than Goldberry, quieter than the willow, snugger than the badger folk or the barrow dwellers, slept like a humming top, snored like a bellows. He woke in morning cold, whistled like a starling, sang, "Come, Derry Dole, merry Dole, my darling." He clapped on his battered hat, boots, and coat and feather, opened the window wide to the sunny weather. Wise old Bombadil, he was a wary fellow. Bright blue his jacket was, and his boots were yellow. None ever caught Tom in upland or in dingle, walking the forest paths or by the withy windle, or out on the lily pools in boat upon the water. But one day Tom, he went and caught the river daughter, in green gown, flowing hair, sitting in the rushes, singing old water songs to birds upon the bushes. He caught her, held her fast, water rats went scuttering, reeds hissed, herons cried, and her heart was fluttering. Said Tom Bombadil, "Here's my pretty maiden, you shall come home with me, the table is all laden, yellow cream, honeycomb, white bread, and butter, roses at the window-sill and peeping round the shutter. You shall come under hill, never mind your mother in her deep weedy pool, there you'll find no lover." Old Tom Bombadil had a merry wedding, crowned all with buttercups, hat and feather shedding. His bride with forget-me-nots and flag lilies for garland was robed all in silver green. He sang like a starling, hummed like a honey-bee, lilted to the fiddle, clasping his river maid round her slender middle. Lamps gleamed within his house, and white was the bedding. In the bright honeymoon badger folk came treading, danced down under hill and old man Willow, tapped at window pane as they slept on the pillow. On the bank in the reeds river woman sighing, heard old Barrow White in his mound crying. Old Tom Bombadil heeded not the voices, taps, knocks, dancing feet, all the nightly noises. Slept till the sun arose, then sang like a starling, "Hey, come, Derry Dole, merry Dole, my darling," sitting on the doorstep, chopping sticks of willow, while fair Goldberry combed her tresses yellow. Let's see. Let's do another one. Okay, this is a strange one. This one is called Errantry. There was a merry passenger, a messenger, a mariner. He built a gilded gondola to wander in, and had in her a load of yellow oranges and porridge for his provender. He perfumed her with marjoram and cardamom and lavender. He called the winds of argosies with cargoes in to carry him across the rivers 17 that lay between to tarry him. He landed all in loneliness where stonily the pebbles on the running river Darrelin goes merrily forever on. He journeyed through the meadowlands to shadowland that dreary lay, and under hill and over hill went roving still a weary way. He sat and sang a melody, his errantry a tarrying. He begged a pretty butterfly that fluttered by to marry him. She scorned him and she scoffed at him. She laughed at him unpitying. So long he studied wizardry and sigildry and smithying. He wove a tissue airy thin to snare her in, to follow her. He made him a beetle leather wing and feather wing of swallow hair. He caught her in bewilderment with filament of spider thread. He made her soft pavilions of lilies and a bridal bed of flowers and of thistledown to nestle down and rest her in, and silken webs of filmy white and silver light he dressed her in. He threaded gems in necklaces, but recklessly she squandered them, and fell to bitter quarreling. Then sorrowing, he wandered on, and there he left her withering, and shivering he fled away. With windy weather following, on swallow wing he sped away. He passed the archipelagos where yellow grows the marigold, where countless silver fountains are, and mountains are of fairy gold. He took to war and foraying, a harrying beyond the sea, then roaming over Bellamy and Thelemy and Fantasy. He made a shield in Morion of coral and of ivory, a sword he made of emerald, and terrible his rivalry with elven knights of Aerie and of Fairy, with paladins that golden-haired and shining-eyed came riding by and challenged him. Of crystal was his habergeon, his scabbard of chalcedony, with silver tipped at plenilune. His spear was hewn of ebony. His javelins were of malachite and stalactite. He brandished them, and went and fought the dragonflies of paradise, and vanquished them. He battled with the Dumbledores and hummerhorns and honeybees, and won the golden honeycomb, and running home on sunny seas in ships of leaves and gossamer, with blossom for a canopy, he sat and sang and furbished up and burnished up his panoply. He tarried for a little while in little isles that lonely lay, and found there naught but blowing grass, and so at last the only way he took and turned, and coming home with honeycomb to memory, his message came, and errand too. In daring do and glamoury he had forgot them, journeying and tourneying, a wanderer. So now he must depart again, and start again his gondola, forever still a messenger, a passenger, a terrier, a roving as a feather does, a weather-driven mariner. Okay. That one's good. And now we'll do one more. This is the last one. The man in the moon stayed up too late. There is an inn, a merry old inn, beneath an old grey hill, and there they brew a beer so brown that the man in the moon himself came down one night to drink his fill. The ostler has a tipsy cat that plays a 5-stringed fiddle, and up and down he runs his bow, now squeaking high, now purring low, now sawing in the middle. The landlord keeps a little dog that is mighty fond of jokes. When there's good cheer among the guests, he cocks an ear at all the jests, and laughs until he chokes. They also keep a horned cow, as proud as any queen, but music turns her head like ale, and makes her wave her tufted tail and dance upon the green. And oh, the row of silver dishes, and the store of silver spoons. For Sunday there's a special pair, and these they polish up with care on Saturday afternoons. The man in the moon was drinking deep, and the cat began to wail. A dish and a spoon on the table danced, the cow in the garden madly pranced, and the little dog chased his tail. The man in the moon took another mug, and then rolled beneath his chair, and there he dozed and dreamed of ale, till in the sky the stars were pale, and dawn was in the air. The ostler said to his tipsy cat, "The white horses of the moon, they neigh and champ their silver bits, but their master's been and drowned his wits, and the sun'll be rising soon." So the cat on his fiddle played Hey Diddle Diddle, a jig that would wake the dead. He squeaked and sawed and quickened the tune, while the landlord shook the man in the moon. "It's after 3, he said. They rolled the man slowly up the hill, and bundled him into the moon, while his horses galloped up in rear, and the cow came capering like a deer, and a dish ran up with a spoon. Now quicker the fiddle went deedle-dum-diddle, the dog began to roar, the cow and the horses stood on their heads, the guests all bounded from their beds and danced upon the floor. With a ping and a pong, the fiddle strings broke, the cow jumped over the moon, and the little dog laughed to see such fun, and the Saturday dish went off at a run with the silver Sunday spoon. The round moon rolled behind the hill, as the sun raised up her head. She hardly believed her fiery eyes, for though it was day, to her surprise, they all went back to bed. A number from 1 to 1 billion. The number is... aha. 401,603,389. No. Sorry. I messed that up. It's 40,160,389. Okay. 40,160,389. Okay. $40,160,389. Often we have wondered, what is in the jar? And today we have reached in to find out. And we have our result. The jar is empty.